my gosh, is this Audrey? I hope I got your number right. It's Isabella. Hello? Is anybody there? I have something important to ask. Hello, I am sorry, but who is this? I don't seem to have an Isabella saved into my phone. How did you get this number? You don't remember me. That is so mean. How could you forget all the fun we had together? I'm sorry, I don't remember you. Would you mind reminding me where I should know you from? I'm Josh's mom. Josh's mom. Oh, do you mean the Josh that went to Miller Daycare? The one in the same class as Alex? You're that Josh's mom. Yes, that's right. I'm that Josh's mom. I can't believe you forgot me. I'm almost hurt, you know. I'm really sorry that your name didn't ring any bells. After all, it has almost been, 3 years or something since then? Now they don't even go to the same schools, so I guess it had just slipped my mind. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't really know much about what your kid is up to right now. But anyways, I had a tiny little favor that I really need to ask you. Oh, all right then. How can I help you? Would you mind if I dropped Josh off at yours so you could watch him for a bit? I'm sorry, you want me to babysit your son for you? And his little sister, if that's okay. I have 2 kids now. The little one is named Sophie. You want me to babysit both of your kids? I am sorry, but I really don't think I can do that for you. Besides, we've moved since the last time I saw you. Oh, I already knew all of that. You did. Yeah! Don't you live by Disney theme park or something now? Man, that has got to be awesome. I'm so jealous. I mean, you're next to one of the best Disney attractions in the whole world. That is really insane. I bet that you and your family must go there and have fun all the time. No, just because we live nearby doesn't mean we're always going to Disney. Maybe just a couple times a year if we can manage it around everything else. Anyways, I'd heard that you'd moved to one of the neighborhoods in the closest school district to the park. So I did some searching and finally figured it out. Sorry, what exactly did you figure out? Well, you have kind of a unique name, which really narrowed it down for me. So I opened up some maps, did some research online, and I finally narrowed it down to this house. Wait, this house? Are you already here? Of course I am. I'm actually about to go to Disney Park myself, which is why I want you to look after my kids for a bit. No, I'm sorry. I cannot do that for you. Besides, wouldn't it be much better if you took your kids with you and enjoyed the time together? Children love theme parks. I don't see why you wouldn't take them. Well, duh! But the reason I can't take them is because I want to spend some quality time there, just my boyfriend and I. Wait, boyfriend? But I thought you were married. Well, I guess if you really want to put labels and that sort of stuff on things, then it'd be more accurate to say my clandestine lover. You're what now? The only reason I brought my kids all the way out here with me was because my husband told me I had to watch them today. He didn't even ask me. Can you believe that? I am sorry, but why exactly do you think I would want to be involved in this? I really don't want anything to do with your affair, especially not helping you carry it out. Oh, Audrey, what are you talking about? And after all this time, I was really hoping we would still be friends. Were we ever really friends? Why else would I think to come and ask you for your help if I didn't see you as my friend? I was wondering that myself, but you know, it really doesn't matter right now because I want you to turn around and get away from my house. Even if you knock on my door, I am not going to be taking your kids into my house. Oh, perfect. Thanks so much for agreeing to watch over them. What? No. Did you even read what I just sent you? Oh no, don't tell me you still haven't even noticed. What kind of babysitter are you? I left my kids on your front porch about 15 minutes ago now. You did what? Do you have any idea what time it is right now? Are you crazy? Well, anyways, we're already inside the park, so it's a little late to do anything about it now. Okay, anyways, I gotta go. I need to spend some time with my boyfriend. Wait! Don't go yet, this is important. What is it now? Well, I just checked outside and your kids weren't there. Wait, what did you just say? I'm standing on the porch right now, but I don't see anyone. Are you really sure that you dropped them off at the right address? Okay, come on now, there's no need to try and trick me. Before I dropped them off, I checked in your mailbox to make sure the names were the same. I get that you don't want to babysit, but honestly, there is no need to lie to try to get out of it. I'm not lying. There really is nobody here. Okay, look, I was trying to be nice, but let me lay it out for you here. If you don't babysit my kids for me tonight, I'll tell your husband about you-know-what. You-know-what? And just what am I supposed to know about? Come on now, you can't play dumb with me. I know too much already. What on earth are you talking about? I literally have no idea what this is about. What are you getting out of playing dumb, huh? You're wasting all the time I have with my boyfriend here. Anyways, I'm turning off my phone now. Wait, no, this isn't a game, I'm being serious. Anyways, I'll come pick them up the day after tomorrow. Excuse me? You'll pick them up when? What's the big deal? It's only 2 days. You should be able to handle that. I'm serious. Your kids aren't here. I don't know where they are. Sure. Bye-bye. Jerry, are you there? Are you off work already? I need to talk to you.
Yeah, the conference ended for the day just a bit ago. I'm just getting back to the hotel where I'm staying at now. What's up?
There is a serious emergency.
Wait, what? What happened? Is everything okay?
Well, this woman whose kid used to go to the same daycare as Alex suddenly messaged me out of nowhere saying that she wanted me to watch her 2 kids. I tried telling her no, but then she told me that she already left her kids on our doorstep and drove off.
Wait, what? Who is this person? Are they insane? So she brought her kids all the way from our old neighborhood to our new address and just left her kids there?
That's what she said, but when I went outside to check our front porch, there was nobody there. Just to be safe, I got in the car and drove around the block, but I never found any lost-looking kids.
What do you think happened to them?
But honey, that's still not all. The whole reason this lady wanted me to watch her kids in the first place was because she wanted to spend the day at Disney with someone she's having an affair with.
The plot thickens. What a mess.
I know, right? And I still don't really have all the details. But I told her that there was no sign of her kids anywhere, and she just refused to believe me. Then she told me that I was annoying her and that she was going to turn her phone off.
Wow, this is crazy. I don't even know where to start. What is the crazy lady's name?
Well, I was never really all that close to her, but I know that her name is Isabella. And that she has 2 kids, a son named Josh and a daughter named Sophie.
A lady named Isabella with kids named Josh and Sophie. I feel like I might know this person from somewhere, but I can't remember where.
Do you have any idea at all where you might?
Just one moment. I need to think. I got it! Now I remember. It was my class reunion I went to last year.
You saw her there?
I'll tell you all about it later, but I have someone who might be able to corroborate this. I need to call them real quick.
Of course. Meanwhile, I'll keep looking for those poor little kids.
I'll get back to you soon.
Okay, good luck with everything. Oh, Audrey! Guess who's back? And we had just the most amazing time at Disney Park. We made so many amazing memories together. It was just a truly magical time. We're on our way back now, though, so please get my kids ready. Ah, Isabella. Glad you thought to reach out to me again. Well, of course, you do have my kids after all, and thank you so much for watching over them. None of this would have been possible without your help. Like I told you the other day, I never once had your kids at my house, and I certainly don't have them here right now. I was trying to warn you. Wait, so... No, it can't be. You mean the kids have just been on their own the past 2 days? What is wrong with you? I trusted you with them and you let them wander off? Do you know what I will do to you if anything has happened to them? Are you even paying attention to what I'm saying? They were never here in the first place. Stop lying to me. I checked, okay? When I left them at your place, I looked at your mail and made sure I had the right address. Well, I'm sure that you did, but when you looked up Disney World, I'm assuming you looked up the one in California, right? Yeah, obviously. Where else would I look? I knew that you moved there. That was the whole reason I was looking into the neighborhoods around there in the first place. That's why I know for a fact that I dropped off my kids at your house. I thought so. How should I put this? Yes, I do live near a Disney park, but not the one in California. We moved to Florida, so we live near that park. Huh? You mean Disney Planet? You moved all the way across the country? That's right. About 3 years ago, my husband's company offered him a position in Florida. They even paid for us to move. Wait a second. So that means that the Audrey whose house I left my kids at was... Isabella, are you sure you remember my full name? Well, sure. You're Audrey Livingston, right? That name is not even close. Wait, what? Then what is your name? Who even are you? This is just a hunch of mine, but I seem to remember one other mother from the daycare with the name Audrey, and I think her last name actually was Livingston. Are you kidding me? So basically, I think you just left your kids in front of this totally different lady's house. So then, wait. That means that neither of us have any idea where my kids really are? No, there's no need to worry about that now. What? What happened now? Do you know something? Well, I'm actually here with your husband right now. Huh? You're with Jim? Yes. In fact, I didn't know any of this until the other day, but your husband and my husband actually used to be classmates in high school. I never knew that! I guess both of their parents lived in the same school district, so they both ended up going to the same place. And when I told him the names of your kids, it finally all came back to him that he and your husband reconnected at the class reunion last year. So, of course, he reached out to Jim, who reached out to a police station near Disney Park and explained what had happened. Well, not long after that, the police were able to call him back and tell him that they'd found the children and were watching over them at the station. So then, you're saying that my husband... Yes, he knows all about your affair and what you've done now, including that part about this whole trip being an elaborate plot to spend time with your lover. How could you be so cruel? Well, we'll see how you like it when I expose all of your dirty little secrets. My dirty little secrets like what? Like about the fact that you had an affair 3 years ago yourself. Excuse me, I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't lie, I saw it. I saw what happened between you and Parker Fields from the daycare. I really don't think you know what you're saying right now. I know that you'd invite him home when you thought no one was around. Well, I was. And this is how I'll take you both down. We'll see how you like it when your husband knows about your affair. Wait, Is that really what you think happened? That's right. I know the truth, so you better prepare for my revenge. Parker is just my little brother. Wait, come again? He's your little brother. How can that be? Well, around that time 3 years ago, Parker had just moved to the area and was living by himself. So I would invite him to our house now and then for dinner and to catch up with him. No, that can't be right. I thought I had an ace in the hole. That I'd just have to threaten to expose your affair and you'd watch my kids. Well, I never even had them in the first place, so... But wait, if my husband knows about the affair, then... Oh no. Oh right, that reminds me. Your husband has a message for you. Oh God. He said that he's going to be divorcing you, that he plans to take the kids, and that you shouldn't bother going back home. Ouch, that sounds really rough. My condolences. This can't be happening to me. I don't get it. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It's not fair. Anyways, now that we've cleared up the whole business of my affair, do you have anything else to say for yourself? What should I do? I don't have anywhere to go. My life is over. That really isn't any of my concern. But wait, you can't just leave things here. Actually, I can. Bye. After that, Isabella still tried going to her old house, but found that the locks had been changed and that her key no longer worked. Her kids were furious about being left in the middle of some unknown town, and both shouted that they hated their mother when they saw her. That was, of course, followed by a divorce and her husband getting custody of the children, which was, of course, accompanied by a hefty fine for child support. Afterwards, Isabella was disinherited by her parents, who were furious at her, and finally the man she was cheating with broke up with her for being too high maintenance. Now she lives all alone in a crappy little apartment where she cries every day while eking out a pitiful existence. And while I was never really hurt by any of this, I can't help but wonder about the sheer number of coincidences and miscalculations necessary to bring about such a strange story.
Hey, Marie, how are you? I saw that you were out all week. Where were you? Did you take a trip or something? I bet you took a trip with your family. Am I right? Where did you go, if I may ask? Was it overseas, maybe? Did you bring back any souvenirs? Oh, I wonder what it could be. Come on, Marie, where was your trip to? You can tell me. Oh, hello, Sandra. You're getting a bit ahead of yourself as usual. I just went with the family to visit my husband's parents over in Sanford, that's all, so no souvenirs, sorry. It was just your boring visit to Grandpa and Grandma's house. We just sat around at home and relaxed, not sightseeing or anything. Really not much to see around there except wheat fields. Oh, really? Oh, that's no fun. It's almost Thanksgiving weekend and you went to visit your grandparents, huh? Yeah, Thanksgiving weekend we plan to visit my folks over on the East Coast. It's a bit further, so we'll stay a little longer. It's a hassle because both of us want to stay longer. We have to share our time wisely. Oh, yeah. Hey, you said your husband lives over in Sanford, right? Isn't there a big amusement park over there? Yeah, but it's like an hour's drive over there, and I heard it gets pretty crowded on the weekends. I envy you so much. You get to go all over the place. I was thinking of taking the kids there, but my folks are pretty old. They would rather relax at home. We had neighbors over for a barbecue. That was about it. Oh, really? What a waste. I heard that place was really fun, like Disneyland. A real missed opportunity. You were all there. You really should have popped over and enjoyed yourselves. The kids would have had a blast. That's why you don't have any souvenirs, huh? What a bummer. I was expecting a little something. Oh well, you sure put a damper on that. Yeah, all right. Okay, no souvenir for me means nothing for you when I come back from my Hawaii vacation. Sorry. Now we're even, right? I was planning on buying a whole bunch of neat stuff. Oh well, you really missed out, Marie. You're taking a vacation? You're going to Hawaii? Yep, that's right. This is my first time, so I'm so excited. We're leaving tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Oh, I get it now. So this is what it's all about, huh? You just wanted to tell me? Of course I wanted to tell you. What do you mean by that anyway? Nothing. Wow, how nice. Oh, sorry, Sandra. I just remembered I have to get dinner ready for the kids. I really have to go. I'm so sorry to cut this short, but we'll talk again later, I promise. Talk to you again. Bye. Yeah, okay. Bye. Hey, Sandra, are you there? Please reply. This is important. It's about your son, Kenny. He's sitting on your back porch crying his eyes out. I can see him from my kitchen window. What's going on? Did he lock himself out or something? Isn't anybody home? He seems so upset. It's getting really cold outside, so you better get him inside. I heard it was going to snow tonight. Are you even home, Sandra? I may have to go over there, you know. He's gonna freeze out there. You better get him inside right away. Huh? Relax, would you? What are you all upset about, Marie? Hey, Sandra, finally, it's freezing outside. I heard it's gonna snow later. Let him inside, the poor kid. Oh, you're talking about Kenny, right? Yeah, well, I left him out there on purpose. Pardon me? On purpose? What are you saying? What was I supposed to do? He was screaming and going on like a little monster. He insisted that I take him to Hawaii with me. Can you believe the little brat? I was going to be late catching the flight to Hawaii, so I had no other choice but to leave him out there on the porch. I mean, what else was I supposed to do, for God's sake? Anyways, I left him with that big down jacket. He'll be fine. Wait, are you saying you're not even home? Yeah, that's right. I'm in the airport limo now, heading to the airport. Almost at the terminal, as a matter of fact. But I suppose I kind of expected he would act this way. And I knew you would be in the kitchen and probably be looking toward our house right about this time. That's right, I've been monitoring you, Marie. The whole thing went just the way I planned. You planned this? What are you even talking about? I knew you'd be looking out your window. You always prepare lunch about now, and you have a clear view from that window. I knew you would see him. I had him wear that big red down jacket just in case. Worked, huh? So take care of Kenny for me while I enjoy some sun, would you? Sure would appreciate it. I'm going to be in Hawaii for a week, and I don't want to be bothered. I need some quiet time for myself with no interruptions. So I'm going to shut off my phone the whole time I'm here, just so you know. Okay then, I'm off to paradise. Take care of little Kenny for me while I'm gone, okay? Bye. Aloha. Hey, Sandra, don't know when you're going to see this since you said you were shutting off your phone. I've retrieved Kenny from the back porch and brought him over to our house. He was freezing, you know. That was no down jacket, just a red windbreaker. What were you thinking? He's fine now, but it could have been serious if I hadn't seen him. Reply when you see this, and I mean ASAP. No reply probably means your little vacation has started and you won't see this until next week. Probably sitting on the beach about now. But you're going to see this sooner or later. I can't just let you off the hook. It doesn't feel right to just let this go. So I'm going to leave a long message for you. What the hell is wrong with you, Sandra? I believe your husband is currently assigned overseas, right? He comes back once or twice a year or something? I remember you griping about that after our PTA meeting. You wouldn't shut up about it. Who the hell did you go to Hawaii with anyway? Was this one of those solo trips? I know it's just you and your son, but I really can't understand why you would leave your son all alone to go off to Hawaii for a week. And you leave your kid out on the porch in the freezing cold with only a thin windbreaker? How could you do that? What if I wasn't home that day? He would have been out there all night. This could have ended badly, you know? Did you even think that far? How can you even call yourself a mother? Are you just disguised as a mother, but in reality you're some evil monster? I talked to my husband about it, and he may be able to contact your husband overseas. When your husband returns, I'll return Kenny to his dad. So when you get back, Contact him and work the rest out yourselves. That's all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of your vacation, Sandra. Looks like you haven't even turned your phone on yet. I guess you're keeping your word about no interruptions. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to give you a daily update about your husband. We contacted him last night, and apparently he hopped on a plane right away. He's scheduled to be back later this afternoon. Just so you know, I'll be over there when he arrives, and you can be sure I will tell him every last detail about this situation. Honestly speaking, what you did was totally inexcusable. And after I do that, we leave for my parents' home and won't be back for a few days. So even if you contact me about Kenny, I won't be able to help you out. You're just going to have to contact your husband and talk it over with him. Just don't rely on me to help. Oh, and one more thing. It seems you're not only ignoring my messages, but your husband's as well. But you know what, Sandra? Maybe people already know why you went to Hawaii. And maybe who you went with. Or maybe even details about this guy. Address and phone number, maybe? You may be pretty surprised how much everyone knows. I bet some preparations are being made. But what do I know, right? Anyways, have fun, and hope all this was worth it. Hello there, Marie. How was your week? I just arrived back from Hawaii. I had such a wonderful time. I brought so many souvenirs. The luggage weighs a ton. I'm glad I have rollers on this suitcase. Had the guy loaded onto the van and off again. I better give him a big tip when we arrive back at the house. Oh yeah, and how's little Kenny? Tell him I got him a super nice gift. He's going to love it. I really don't know how to thank you for taking care of my son this entire week. I hope he wasn't a burden on you. I'll stop by and pick him up after I return. But I have to tell you, Marie, it is so nice having such a considerate and useful person living right next door. I don't know what I would have done if you weren't here, Marie. Thanks so much for this. I hope I can count on you again in the future. I bet Kenny likes it over there. Maybe he doesn't even want to return. And I heard your cooking was pretty good too, always standing in the kitchen like a good housewife. Oh, I almost forgot. Remember when I said I would not get you a souvenir because of that last time? You remember that, right? Well, I'm keeping my word. No souvenir for you, Marie. Sorry, and eye for an eye, right? I wasn't expecting one, so don't worry about it. Oh, there you are, Marie. I was wondering when you were going to answer. You're acting a bit high and mighty. Do I sense a tinge of jealousy, perhaps? Just because you babysat my kid for a week, aren't you being a little lordy? Babysit? Your son's not over here. I'm not looking after him. Pardon me, are you saying he's not over there at your place? What I'm saying is that even if you come over now to pick him up, he's not here. Hold on a second. You saw him on the porch, then took him in, and you've been looking after him the whole week, right? I mean, come on, Marie. You found him sitting out there on the porch. And as you know, my husband is working overseas and only comes back once or twice a year. You're the one who found him, and you're supposed to be our neighbor, for God's sake. You have a responsibility to take care of him. I'm starting to see the picture. I figured as much. When you were in Hawaii, I sent a daily report of what was going on, but you had your phone shut off. And it seems you haven't even looked through your past messages. No, I never read past messages. What's that got to do with anything? I would just ask you to open up Line and check your messages for the past week, and you'll get a better understanding of what I'm talking about. If you take a good hard look at it, you'll see that it's probably not only me, but I'm guessing there are a bunch of messages from your husband and your parents. Yeah, well, it just seems like such a nuisance to have to answer back every time, so I just shut it off and enjoyed my time in Hawaii. You'd do the same. That's where you're wrong. I am way more responsible than you. You'd rather ignore all your messages and have a jolly old time than worry about your kid or your family. I hope all of it was worth it. What are you going on and on about? Was Kenny a pain in the butt or something? Don't take it out on me, Marie. Just look at your darn messages, would you? You'll know what I'm going on and on about. All right already, you don't have to get all irritated for Pete's sake. What the hell has gotten into you?
is this, Marie? How the hell did this happen? How the hell did you get in touch with my husband? He's working overseas. Who told you his contact info? I certainly didn't. When you guys moved in next door, my husband was already assigned overseas. You only met him a handful of times. Did someone in the neighborhood tell you? I bet it was Miss Bennett down the street. She was always asking about my husband.
Well, what you didn't know was that my husband had business dealings with your husband. They met on occasion.
Business dealings? They worked together before? You never told me that.
Yeah, there was some business project they worked on together about a year ago. He mentioned the company and where he was stationed, so it wasn't very hard to track him down.
Are you serious? They know each other?
Yep, I really thought you knew. Don't you guys talk much? Guess you figured nobody knew your husband, huh? That's why you felt safe about going to Hawaii all alone. Or was it?
Anyway, your actions were despicable. You do realize that, don't you? Excuse me? How could you say that?
Come on, Sandra, think about it.
You put your own kid in danger. He could have frozen to death that day. What if I wasn't home and nobody found him? My God, I hate to even think about it. If someone had called the police, you could have been charged, you know.
Did that thought ever cross your mind?
Call the police? Are you serious? Why would anybody call the police? You make me sound like a criminal.
You're lucky that there was no need for such a drastic measure. We took Kenny in, he was a bit shaken, but he was fine, and we were also able to contact your husband, so... But if the police were called, there could have been consequences. You could have been charged with a crime. To put a young child in danger like that? What were you thinking?
You're kidding me, right?
Oh yeah, and your husband? He said he was contemplating divorce. I would talk to him right away, Sandra. He was furious. That guy you went to Hawaii with? Yes, we all know all about this guy. Apparently, he's your boyfriend, wasn't he? The way I see it, I think you're going to have a pretty difficult time getting custody of Kenny. Sure looks like your husband holds all the winning cards.
He wants a divorce and he wants custody? How was I supposed to know it would all get overblown like this? It was just a short little vacation for Pete's sake. What am I gonna do?
Kind of late to be worrying about that, wouldn't you say?
Hey, Marie, are you there? Please pick up. Where did my husband and Kenny go? You must know. You have to tell me. Come on. Are they at a neighbor's house? Down at Miss Bennett's place, maybe? Is that where they are? I just walked in the door and all our stuff is gone. The place is cleaned out. Where did they go? I went over to your place too and nobody's there either. Where is everyone, for God's sake? I asked Mrs. Simpson across the street and she wouldn't tell me anything. Just shrugged her shoulders. I bet she knows. Did you tell her to keep her mouth shut? I just found the divorce papers and photos showing us on the beach in Hawaii. Who took these photos anyway? Did my husband hire a private investigator? There's also a business card here for some divorce lawyer. Why? How did he find out? Why didn't you just look the other way, Marie? Not only that, my boyfriend contacted me. Apparently my husband called him and told him that I was married. He wasn't supposed to know. He just sent me a line. He wants nothing more to do with me. We had such a romantic time in Hawaii. He said he loved me, and then he drops me just like that? Was that all a lie? I can't believe this is happening to me. Where did it all go wrong? I don't want to split up with my husband. What am I going to do all alone from now on? I want my boyfriend back.
After I got that line message, she evidently headed over to her parents' place, who live about an hour's drive away. I guess she's living with them now. After about a month, I heard that the divorce was finally settled. Just as I expected, her husband was granted full custody of Kenny, and she was obligated to pay a considerable amount as compensation. I also heard she had to pay the boyfriend a certain amount too. The poor guy thought she was single and was even thinking of marrying her down the line. I don't blame him for demanding compensation. with child support and compensation for both her husband and the boyfriend. I heard she was like $100,000 or more in debt. A neighbor who knows her pretty well told me that she's living with her folks and working every day to pay off that debt. At least she has somewhere to go. I bet her folks never expected to take care of their daughter again. She apparently regrets what she did and is trying to make up for it. I suppose it's a little too late for that. Anyway, she won't be going on any vacations to Hawaii anytime soon.